Good evening, everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood California Mojave gardener, and I want to talk about the tomato test. What I've done is I've taken black cherry tomato cuts like these, like these, and what I have done is started to do a test. Now, I started this test on June the 5th. All of them were nice, strong plants. As you can see, today is the 7th of June. The CNS17, it's a fertilizer. You see I put wilted. Also doing the soil test, they've wilted. And doing the chicken manure test, they have wilted. So I wanted to show you these. All right, this one is the soil test. As you can see, let me take it out. It has completely wilted. So sticking your tomato plants directly in soil and watering them has failed the test. Down here I have perlite that has water in them. So when I sit it in here, the water pushes up and it's draining very well. Unfortunately, it didn't do so hot. Then we come over to the CNS17. Well, this is the CNS17. As you can see, it's starting to curl. It's flexible. It is literally dying. Then also we have the chicken manure. I thought the chicken manure would do great, but it did not. It did the same thing. Look at these leaves. Look at these leaves. Wilted. And I made sure that it had enough water in it. There's water in that. That has done terrible. The ones that are going good so far are the seed starter, which I have in here, water and perlite, so it can drain properly but still get the water. That's doing very good, but it is starting to curl up a little bit, but it's still holding its shape, which is awesome. Here we have standing water that I have sitting outside for 24 hours to reduce the chlorine. This one is still doing well, but as you can see, it is starting to curl. And it's starting to get a little soft, but it's still standing its ground. I do not see any roots yet develop, and it's been 2 days. This one is the 511. 511 is starting to get a little bit soft, and it's starting to also curl up. Now, let's put these back here. Put these wilted ones in the front. Look at that. And that's chicken manure, straight chicken manure, nothing else. Not even soil. Then we got the soil one. Then we got the CNS. Now, let's go over here. This one is tap water. Just straight out the faucet. It's still holding its shape. It is starting to curl a little bit, but it still is holding its shape. As I look inside, I still do not see any roots. Then we have this one here, which is standing water, but with oxygenate. You know, my mouth and my brain ain't on one accord right now. But it is standing water, and there's air being blown in it. I just put more water in it more standing water. I refilled everybody this morning. So I put more water in this one. I put more tap water in this one. I I emptied these two, which is the 511 and the CNS 17, and I put the fresh stuff in there. I made sure I added water to everybody, and as you can see, these three main ones and the 511 aren't doing as well as the seed starter, standing water, tab water, or oxygenate, y'all know, oxygen water. Water that just has air pumped in it. So, we're going to check again tomorrow afternoon and see what it's doing. Because if you think these two are not getting their food, they are. I had to pause for the cause. These are, the brown one is 511. The other one is the CNS 17. I stir them, I empty out the other jars, and I refill them with this. So they are getting every 2 days refreshed. Unfortunately, they're just not doing so hot. So far with the tests, they said in plain water that they will start growing roots. I have not seen any roots yet. So maybe they'll produce roots tonight. So I will check them tomorrow morning. And I'll wait till tomorrow evening and give you guys another review to see what's going on. So don't prune, I should say, your tomato plants and think you're just going to put them in soil and they're going to grow. No, they're not. So don't do anything to your tomato plants yet until we see the outcome. I'm going to let this go 1 whole week, 7 whole days. And then, unless they just completely just die, then whichever ones will die, I will let you guys know. Okay, this is so far still waiting. Sitting right here on my table, on my countertop, I should say. All right, this is your California Mojave Gardener saying stay safe and stay sane through these pandemic moments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be conducting all kinds of tests to see if it lives up to what everyone else on YouTube is saying. Because just because you're a first-time gardener, you might take a look at this and think, well, my tomato starts died in the soil. It's my fault. I must have did something wrong. No, you don't have to do anything wrong. It just does. So we shall see. And then I will be conducting, after this test is over, another test on these two, which I'm going to provide an air pump for these two and put fresh ones in there with fresh fertilizer. And we're going to run an air pump in it and see if that will work. So first we got to get through this test. But so far, only ones that are good are the ones that I mentioned: standing water with the air pump, the tap, standing water, and seed starter. So we shall see. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back to you in a couple of days.